and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, good morning. Oh no, we're not. I was going to say we're late, but we're not late really. 2 minutes. And I'm doing my what has become regular twice a week now 500 metre climbing sessions on Zwift. For some reason I seem to be going the opposite way around the track. I have no idea why. Why am I doing that? That's good though, it's interesting, it's new, it's different. Ryan Perring says good morning. We've climbed 23 metres so far. I'm just kind of walking out the first 200 to 300 metres, which is what I usually do. Yeah, I know, outside of the track, a bit weird. I don't know why, it must be something to do with my camera angles. But what I'll might try and turn off. Mind you, I might not get the instructions to turn off, might I? If I've had a little glitch in the matrix, I might not be able to turn off. I was going to go around the track a couple of times, then turn off and go somewhere else. But we'll have to see. Tina Beard says, I've lost you. Well, I'm here. What do you mean you've lost me? Oh, were you trying to run with me, Tina? Oh yeah, well I'm for some reason I'm going around the opposite direction. Sometimes Clive joins me as well. I haven't seen Clive today, so maybe he's busy. No, you can't. But the thing is, Tina, I'm really sorry, you can't turn around on the track. And what's happened to me is a glitch. It's like, oh, Clive's, right, Clive is here. Right, so Clive's rejoined. But I can't see him. Okay, so I don't know what we do about this because, oh, there's David Bannister as well running around. I'd have to log out and log back in again, wouldn't you? Are you going the wrong way as well, Clive? Yeah, Clive is. Yeah, I've seen Clive now. I should start running really. I can't walk out the whole first kilometre. Okay. So Clive says he's going the wrong way as well, so he can catch me up. I don't think I can do a Yui. I'll try. Hang on. No, there's no option to do a U-turn there. You press down on the keyboard. No, that's not doing anything. And I've got no option to turn around on the dashboard on my iPhone either. Right, Tina Beard's going to rejoin and run with. So select run with Stephen. I suppose I ought to start. The thing is, it's going to take ages to kind of log out and log back in again. Pain in the backside, really. But right, Clive, if you're going the wrong way as well, then I can't see you. I don't know where you are. This is a bit. I don't know whether to restart as well, so that you guys can join me, or whether. Oh, right, is that Clive? There, right. Okay, there's Clive. Okay, good. So we've and there's Tina. Okay, nice one. Right, let's go. We're going to start running at 5.5 kilometers per hour. So I've got Tina Beard and Clive Finnimore joining me, and I've started jogging at 5.5 kilometers per hour. I've already climbed 62 meters, just walking up the hill, trying to get everything sorted out. But I think we're sorted now. David Bannister is joining me as well. You'll need, right, David, if you want to run the wrong way round the track, you need to log out and rejoin and then click run with Stephen, and you'll join me like Tina and Clive have. That's all right, Tina. No worries. Just do whatever you want. If you want to run ahead, I mean, if you're, I'm on 12%, Stephen Smith. If you want to go a bit quicker and run around the track and kind of lap us, you can, or you can just. I know we're going very slowly, so 4% elevation at only 5.5 kilometers per hour might be a bit slow, but I do apologise. It means you've got an easy session, Tina. But here's the other option. You carry on when we've finished. So me and Clive, well, Clive often does 5k. I'm going to do 4k. And so when we've finished, you can do an extra 2 or 3 kilometres. How about that? I've already done 500 metres more than you guys as well. Oh no, Clive's done 0.4. So I will be finishing a bit earlier than you guys anyway. So every kilometre we add 0.5. So for this kilometre we're on 5.5 kilometres per hour. So for kilometre 2 we'll go to 6 kilometres an hour. Kilometre 3 will be 6.5 kilometres an hour. And the final kilometre will be 7 kilometres an hour. Tina Beard's going to take this runner's recovery. Stephen Smith has joined us. Nice one, Stephen. Andrew Cutmore says good morning. Hello, Stephen. Nice one. Right, we just want David Bannister to join us now. So David Bannister needs to log out and come back in. Stephen Smith, aren't you supposed to be at school? Why aren't you at school, Stephen? Okay. So, we've got 4 of us now. Let's give everybody a ride on while we're on. Oh, there's David. Nice one. So we've got David Bannister. We've got Clive Finnimore. We've got Tina Beard, whose heart rate is already up to 162. What are you doing, Tina? Heart rate is already up to 162 for Tina Beard. And then we've got Stephen Smith. So that's nice. A little group of us. So Stephen Smith has symptoms, so is off school. Okay. Yes, David, so I can see you're behind us. So I reckon this is probably a first, you know. Unless anybody knows, I think we can argue that we've had the most people in a group going round in a circle the wrong direction on the track. Come on, Ryan. Get on the treadmill and join us. Make a bigger one. A bigger group. Tina Beard's heart rate is wrong. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I've got a bit sick of my optical heart rate on my wrist recently. So I've now opted for a chest strap again. Used to use chest straps back in the day. And as soon as optical heart rate came out on watches, I jumped over to using it because I don't really like having a strap around my chest. But that said, I've changed. Oh, Clive Finnimore's heart rate is 127 and mine is 125. So not far off, Clive. You and me are pretty much quite close on heart rate, aren't we, a lot of the time? Ryan Perring cannot use the treadmill because his dad is on it. And he says he aches too much. Fair enough. Yeah, so recently I've upped my training game a little bit, and I am finding that I do want a bit more accurate heart rate now. So I've gone back to using a chest strap. Stephen Smith's chest strap is dead. Well, I treated myself to an expensive one. So I've got the very latest Garmin chest strap, which is stupid expensive, but why not? Okay, increase of speed, guys. I'm at 1 kilometre now, so I know you guys are a little bit behind. I'm at 1 kilometre. I'm going to go up to 6 kph now, so just slightly faster. Right, you can see there, look, 12, there's my 12% on the treadmill, and I'm going at 6 kph here. Andrew Cutmore is looking forward to his 50k on Saturday. Any advice for the day? Yes. What do you think my advice is going to be? Number 1 rule, Andrew. Don't go out too quick. Don't get caught up in the excitement and race off like a crazy man. Have a plan, have a pace plan. So for example, if you want to finish this 50k in 5 hours, that's 10 kilometers per hour. Obviously you've got to take into account your stops for aid stations, but 10 kilometers an hour. So do the first 10 kilometers needs to take you an hour, not quicker. Don't blast around the first 10k in 45, 50 minutes. Take 1 hour to do the first 10k, 1 hour to do the second 10k, and so on. Don't burst your bubble in the first 10k. That's my advice to you. And also don't stuff yourself full of sugar. Just eat sensibly and you'll be fine. Stephen Smith is on 6% incline and he's going to do another session after this. Nice one, Stephen. Good job. So I'm at 133 heart rate now. Keeping it in zone 2 at the moment. And I just want to stay running around the track because it's nice and interesting going the opposite direction around the track. Come on, David, catch us up. David's about 9 seconds behind. It does look pathetic, all of us walking, doesn't it? Mind you, Stephen Smith's a bit ahead of us as well. Stephen Smith's 30 seconds ahead. So we've got David just catching us up now. But Stephen is only at 6%, so he's probably able to go a little bit quicker. Tina's at 4%, but she's using this as a recovery run, and she says she's going to the gym afterwards. So we're all getting our work in today. So I use this session in the mornings. I do this one twice a week. 500 meters climbed over 4.2 kilometers, and I basically use this to strengthen my legs, particularly my calf muscles. Get them used to continuous climbing and not really heart rate, so keeping the heart rate low. So this is not VO2 max. We are not trying to work our heart here. Well, I am working the heart, but I'm working it at low heart rate. So an endurance zone, fat burning zone if you want. Right, David Bannister's caught us up now. But yeah, this is all about getting up on the balls of my feet, getting my calf muscles to do the work, getting them used to consistent climbing. So that's why we're not going fast. No need to go fast. Also, if you're constantly going fast, you simply can't do the kind of mileage you need to do to train for 100-mile races. I'm trying to increase my mileage, but if I was going crazy fast all the time, then I'd have no energy. I'd be so tired that I just wouldn't be able to do all these sessions. So about 25 minutes of running to do for me. Whether Clive and David and Tina carry on afterwards, don't know. But I think it's quite fun that we're all going in the opposite direction to everyone else. And 1.5 kilometers done, 2.5 to go. Atana 007 says, what about Discord contact details? I don't do Discord, Atana. We have tried Discord before, but people don't seem to use it, and it can be a bit of a nightmare to follow. And also, when I'm streaming, I can't do Discord and streaming at the same time. So, yeah, I just don't use it, I'm afraid. If you don't know what Discord is, Discord is a third-party piece of software for your computer, or for your phone as well, which allows you to speak to other people in real time, and a lot of gamers use it. It is used by some cyclists. Well, I think it is used by some runners as well on Zwift to talk to each other during the session. So if everyone on this session was connected by Discord, we could all talk to each other in real time. People don't tend to use it, to be honest. Andrew Cutmore says, learned so much about training from your streams. Thank you, Andrew. Hopefully we can impart a bit of useful information from time to time. Heart rate 138 now. That's right on the edge of zone 3. Probably because I'm continually talking, so maybe I'll just shut up for a minute or two. Let my heart rate come down a touch. Okay, I am at 217 metres climbed now. I really hope all the other runners on the track going round the other way are looking at us going, what on earth are they doing? How do I turn round and go the other way round the track? David Bannister says, did you decide on the Alp on Sunday? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do it. I just need to make sure that I'm going to get my full mileage in for the week. And also need to make sure that my other half is happy for me to do it. But yeah, I think I might do. Right, Clive Finnimore has a heart rate of 133 and has climbed 200 metres now. So not far behind me. I must admit, I did start walking just before the stream went properly live. So I did do about 20 or 30 metres of climbing before we were live. Stephen Smith's heart rate is 156. But for an under 15-year-old, that's very good. That's fine. I mean, Stephen Smith's max heart rate is probably about 220, I would have thought. So 156 is probably still zone 2 for him. Maybe early in zone 3, perhaps. Right, Atana 007 says, I think I'm right in saying I've seen you on Zwift cycling. Yeah, I used to. I mean, I don't do it so often now. So my bike is there, just over on the left-hand side here. You can just see, actually, the saddle in the picture. And, yeah, I mean, now that I do running, I do very little cycling. I do like cycling on Zwift, but it's just because I'm as kind of Zwift running ambassador, I do run an awful lot, and it doesn't leave an awful lot of time for cycling. But I do enjoy it. Stephen Smith confirms that he's in zone 2, so 156 for him is zone 2. 156 for me would be right at the top of zone 3. But I am about 40 years older. 35 years older than Stephen Smith. Well, we're up to 253 metres climbed now. Hangel, RNG. What's the name? Spanish, please. I don't know what you're asking, Angel. I'm sorry. My name's Stephen, if that's what you're asking. Clive Finnemore is 44, so he's a good 20 years older than Stephen Smith. And heart rate is 130 for Tina Beard, so that's quite good. Women's heart rate's often higher than men's. Different metabolism, different physiology. So 130 sounds quite good, I think, really, because I'm 136, so Tina is doing very well to be at 130. Oh, but of course she is at 6%, so she's not maybe quite working her body quite as hard as if she was at 12%. But her treadmill doesn't go any higher, so she can't do any more than she's doing. Oh right, now I need to be up at 6.5 now. So 6.5 kilometers per hour, guys. Tina Beard is 56 years old. Tina, what's your max heart rate then? I think I missed something that David Bannister put up on the screen then as well. So, 56-year-old female, heart rate of 130 at 6% incline. I would say that's pretty good, Tina. Max heart rate of 187, yeah, so that's pretty decent. Another one that bucks the trend of 220 minus your age. I think that doesn't really work for athletes, does it? People like us, who are regularly working out. 220 minus age is nowhere near our max heart rate. Stephen Smith's max heart rate is, he says, about 207. Yeah. I think I'm putting mine at about 190 now. Maybe 195 sometimes. I don't know. I'm not sure whether they're spikes or whether it's genuinely max heart rate. Right, I'm definitely in zone 3 now, 143 BPM with about 16 minutes left of running. David Bannister's having some problems with his equipment. He's got some dropouts going on. No worries. So with 15 minutes to go, we're at just about 300 metres climbed. So 200 to climb left. And about 1.5 kilometres. Actually, no, it's more than that, isn't it? Because it's 4.2 kilometres, so just over 1.5 kilometres to do. Still on the balls of the feet, making the calf muscles work, making the calf muscles stronger. You'll notice the title of this run today is South Downs SDW100, which stands for South Downs Way 100 Elevation Session. So this is part of my training for a 100-mile race on the 7th of November called the South Downs Way 100 here in the UK, on the south coast of the UK. 3,500 metres of ascent, and I've done it. Well, I've completed it twice. I've started it 3 times, so I've had 1 DNF, and I want to do a good effort this year. I want to try and beat my previous 2 times over this course, so I'm putting in extra effort, extra training to try and get this done. Yeah, which is, Stephen, which is why a good idea to put your age in your name so that people know you're not having a heart attack, you're just young and fit. So right, Clive Finnemore has done 2.4 kilometres. David Bannister has done 1.9. Stephen Smith, 2.4 kilometres. Tina Beard, 2.2. Stephen Smith is at 4% elevation. Tina Beard is at 6%. I think Clive is at 12 with me, and I'm not sure what David is at. What percentage elevation are you at, David? Not that, I mean, you know, it's not a competition, but just querying. Atana007 on Twitch says his first ever marathon, and only one to date. He did it in the early 80s, and it started on the North Norfolk coast through Aylsham and finished at Norwich Cathedral. Amazing. Sounds like a really nice one. I wonder if it's still going, that marathon. Yeah, Stephen Smith. Oh, Stephen Smith's at 6. David Bannister's at 15%. Good grief, David. Well, you win the prize today then. Right. Ryan Perring says he'd be at 15% as well if he was doing the session. It doesn't count, Ryan, to say what you would be doing if you were here. I mean, yeah, Clive Finnemore is maxed out, same as me, I'm maxed out at 12% elevation. So if you're wondering about the mathematics of all this, 12% elevation gives us 120 metres of climb for every kilometre we do. So that equates to over 4 kilometres, 480 metres of climb. And when I hit 4 kilometres, you should see that I am on 480 metres of climb. So we just have 20 metres left to climb over a couple of 100 metres after that. So we're coming up to 3 kilometres to go, 3 kilometres done and 1.2 to go. So we're going to up the elevation, and now you should start to see the avatar running. And off we go. There we go. So 7 kilometres an hour, everybody, for me now. Oh, that's weird, Ryan. So Ryan Perring says, apparently Zwift deletes all elevation if he goes above 12% gain. That is strange. Okay, definitely sweating it out now. I haven't got the fans on, but it's not hot today. There's a nice breeze coming in behind me. Heart rate is got a bit of a drop there, but we're going back up again now. I don't know what that was all about. 144, 147, 148. So just about 1 more kilometre to do. Next year, Stephen Smith says he might do a half marathon on Zwift. Yeah, why not? What's your furthest run, Stephen, indoors or outdoors so far? Okay, Ryan, you have opposing information from David Bannister. Says his doesn't delete. Tina Beard, 143 BPM for her. I'm up at 140. Well, I have a little drop again there. I was at 150 for a second. 1 kilometre left. Okay, Stephen, 10-mile long run. So Stephen, who's under 15, has done 10-mile long runs outdoors. Decent effort, Stephen, well done. Clive Finnemore is on heart rate of 140. So I think my heart rate is climbing because I'm talking so much. I'm now on 150 BPM. Maybe I'll just be quiet for a couple of minutes if I can, and see if my heart rate comes down. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Thank you, Gabriella. Stephen Smith's heart rate is 161 BPM at the moment. My heart rate's come down a bit. And we're now up to 420 metres of climb. 60 metres to go before we hit 4 kilometres of running, and then we have 20 metres left to climb after that. Right, 400 metres to go. David Bannister is getting annoyed by all these dropouts that he's having. What do you use, David? Is it a Run Smart treadmill sensor or a Run Pod? Andrew Cutmore says they've given their old treadmill to some friends who are now on Zwift and they love it. Nice one. But any minute now they'll want to get rid of that treadmill, won't they, and get one like yours. Right, Stephen Smith is calling this a warm-up because he's doing some 400 intervals after this. $500 metres to go. David Bannister's put 500 up, but I didn't know what it was in reference to.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Stephen Smith says, am I doing the Spanish 5k later? Yes, I am. Hopefully I'll be able to go quick, but we'll see how the legs hold up. Right, 460 metres now climbed. Oh, I see David Bannister's climbed 500 metres now. Okay. Yeah, because he's at 15%. So for every kilometre he does, he'll get 150 metres. Okay. We're getting there, we're getting there. Incline on iPhone high 129 millimeters. Not sure what that refers to, David. Okay, look, we're coming up to 4 kilometers now. 30 seconds or so, 25 seconds, 6 meters to climb. David Bannister's now on 534 meters, wow. Here we go, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, look at that, 480 on the nose. So just 20 metres left to climb, 0.1 or 0.2 of a kilometre left to do. No thanks, David. 500 metres is quite enough for me, I'm quite happy at that. Stephen Smith's going to go on to 5 kilometres. Clive Finney often goes on to 5 kilometres as well. So, 100 metres left of running. We'll go to 4.2 kilometres, which will be a little bit over 500 metres, but that'll do for me. Dripping in sweat, so I have definitely worked on this run. Heart rate is 151. Well done, Clive. Good job. Thanks, David. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Tina. We are done here. 500 metres climbed. 4.2 kilometres. Done and dusted. There we are, all finished. And Tina Bid says she's done at 4. So she's going to carry on. She's got 300 metres to go. Well done, everybody. Thank you, guys. And Stephen says he enjoyed that. John Hancock says, is running the wrong way on the track now a feature? No. It is a feature of my camera angles. I think I'm able to access a little bug in the system by pressing the U-turn button or something on my camera angles. Sometimes it makes me go the wrong way. But the thing is, once I'm going the wrong way, I then can't turn around and I can't go off the track. So I'm stuck, basically. Gosh, that was quite hard work. I feel quite done in after that. So we'll have to see whether I've got the legs to do a quick 5k tonight. We'll have to see. Atana 007 says fall in love with running. Yeah. I think I did that quite a long time ago, Atana. Can't get out. It's got a grip on me now, unfortunately. I can't get out of it. Ryan Perring says, I may try my climbing sessions again soon. Each of the 3 peaks at what's effectively 50% treadmill difficulty. Yeah, So he's going to do the Epic Com, the Alpe de Zwift, and Ventop in France. Those are the three main peaks now in Watopia. Yes, I can't get off the track. Thanks for that, Steve. David Bannister's stuck on the track. Yeah, stuck in an endless loop on the track unless we log out. Yeah, David, I'm afraid you are either going to have to just keep on going around the track or log out and log back in again, but that'll start a new session, won't it? This is one of the real life three peaks, Ryan. Oh, okay. What, the Yorkshire three peaks? Nice. Oh no, not the Yorkshire three peaks. You're talking about Ben Nevis and Scafell Pike and Snowdon. Okay, so in the UK are three highest mountains. The highest mountain in Scotland and in the whole of the UK is Ben Nevis. The highest mountain in England is Scafell Pike, and the highest mountain in Wales is Snowdon. And the combined elevation of all of those is about 3,000 metres. So you've got 1,300 metres up Ben Nevis. You've got about 900 or so metres up Scafell Pike, and about 1,000 metres up Snowdon. So probably just over 3,000 metres worth of climbing over those three peaks. What was I talking about? Going the wrong way around the track. Yeah, this is one of the things about this new UI. You see, what's really annoying about not having the new UI, which again, along with rowing, has been shelved and is not coming back, and they're going to just build something different as of this new $450 million investment. What we were going to get was the ability to finish a session on Zwift and then start a new one without having to log out. Now, subsequently, Simon Schofield has revealed some details about what was the new UI that's no longer going to happen, and saying that actually was never part of it. So maybe we weren't going to get that after all. But anyway, one thing that pretty much everyone universally wants off Zwift is the ability to log out, the ability to change sessions. So end one session and start another one without having to log out of the game. And also, Tina Beard, take care, see you later. Thank you for joining me today. And also, we need the ability to change worlds without logging out. So if I've had enough of running on Watopia, I just click the menu and then change to New York or change to whichever world is on offer. But to do that in Zwift, you have to completely log out of the game and then log back in again. It's ridiculous. And it's been like that since day one. It's been like that since 2015, when a lot of us, John Hancock and myself and Simon Schofield and Nathan Guerra and Shane Miller, when we all joined Zwift all those years ago, it's not changed, and I can't understand why that. It's such an obvious game feature. I cannot understand why they've not done it. Anyway, there we are. Enough moaning from me. It'd be nice, to be honest. Actually, no, more moaning from me. What would be nice is to, version 2, Clive, exactly. What would be nice also is to have results that are correct. So at the moment, we've got this bug in races where you're supposed to get a results table at the end, and for the past couple of months, it's just been blank, so you don't get any results until you look in the Zwift Companion app. And then, of course, they're wrong anyway, because the timing of the run is wrong, because it adds this 200-metre no man's land at the beginning, before the clocks actually start, but it adds that time on at the end. So that your time is wrong anyway. So that'd be nice to get fixed. Just a few obvious things that we need. Can you tell that I am now starting to get frustrated about some things? What annoys me is that we've got this new investment thing, and that seems to have changed. Yeah, it's great for Zwift long term because loads of money into the company, so loads of room for research and development, new products, because they're going to move into hardware. They want to attract all these new customers from the fitness market, like the casual runners, the casual cyclists. But people who've been here for years, we're still stuck with things that are wrong about the software and basic things as well, like the timing of a race. Anyway, Ryan Perring says, could probably run a while and have a meetup set up for a while. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. So what you can do is, there are hacks. So what you can do is you can run, say you run around Watopia for a bit, and then you can set up a meetup. You have to invite one other person, but if you've got like a dummy account, like I've got some test accounts, so I can invite my dummy self to a meetup that starts in 5 minutes time in New York. And that way, then you get a notification on the screen, press the button, then off you go to New York. It's a hack, it works, but it's not, it's not ideal, is it? It's not what we want. Anyway, right, now is moan over. I'm done. So I will be back tonight, 7:30 for the Spanish 5K. I have yet to decide whether I'm going to go all out for it or not. I do probably need to get a little bit more high heart rate sessions in this week, so I probably should try and run it hard, but we'll see how I feel. Tina Beard, rant over, goodbye. Tina Beard says, whilst trying to persuade my husband I need a Noble Pro, I'm trying out Pascal's new virtual pod on Run Climb. So fed up with dropouts on the run. Yes, I know. Bye-bye, Stephen Smith. See you tonight, maybe. Yeah, I know, Tina. I spent a few weeks with the run module, and do you know what? I've not put it back on the treadmill since. I can't deal with it. It's just too annoying. Okay, we're done. Going for a shower and some coffee, and I'll see you at 7:30 tonight. Thanks for all the chat, everybody, YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. Atana, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.